Thank you very much, Boom Balls, for having me. I must say I'm elated to be here today because it's a beautiful feeling sitting under the spotlights.
Everybody run from, I know better one, so me know they get a one, killer another man, and them have to go on.
What does Kianku mean?
Well, it means say you're hotter than fire, never dull, not a moment of sleeping, always active and awake, So that's how the meaning of Kian cool. And there's a reply, that's the Zich. So it's like I'm affirming, I'm like, once you're like Kian cool.
So someone says Kianku, the response is
Zich, like never, I'm not going cold, like never going cold. Always hotter than fire.
I see. Jahblend, how long have you been doing this? How long?
Well, recently when people ask me this question and I tell them 10 years, they're like, you're supposed to start from when you started putting out music officially. But I've been doing music for 10 years. It's been a long time. I recorded my first song when I was like 15, 16. And since then, it's been a long time from progress to progress to progress. And we're here now, so 10 years. 10 years.
You finally dropped your debut EP, Compos Mentis.
Yeah.
What does Compos Mentis mean?
Well, it means being aware. It means being 100% control of your mind, like having 100% control of your mind, being in the know.
It's been a crazy year. Before the protests, the toll gate shootings, before all of that, you had already dropped 2 conscious singles.
Yeah.
Black on Black,
and
which addressed police brutality, scared of man in black and black, referring to policemen, and embargo government.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like you foresaw all this coming or whatever. But what led you? What pushed you to make a conscious? Because even the EP, as in general, Compos Mentis is a conscious EP. What pushed you to do that?
Well, honestly, growing up, I grew up in a family where my father is politically active. So growing up, that was like a subconscious part of me that I really didn't take serious, the activism part. I didn't know it was going to come up in my music later on in life. So for Black on Black, it dropped this year, but I recorded it last year, October. And it was due to the fact that I was having too much problems with Nigerian police. Like there was a time between October and November, they picked me up 7 times. 7 good times. And out of that 7 times, one day I just decided to make the song, and it was traumatic for me. So I think the 6th or 5th time, they held me at Agege, and that was the day I decided to make the song Black on Black. And funny enough, before I made Black on Black, I already made Embargo. And I think these songs are as a result of the low-key activism in me. It has to just speak in my music, because basically my music is just how I feel, what I've experienced or what I've seen. So if I was feeling that way at that time, it was only right to make Embargo and Black on Black. But mind you, I never saw it coming. Like this year, what happened this year, even as 2 months before the NSAS protest and the uprising, I never saw the youths waking up. I felt like it was going to happen, but maybe 10 or 5 years later. But it happened, and it's still happening, which is giving me joy. So that's how Black on Black and Embargo came to be. Not like I saw it, but I was inspired. Don't know where these inspirations come from though, but I'm grateful. I'm very grateful.
What do you think about the fact that it looks like people are, there's like a sudden political epiphany or awakening?
Yeah.
And everyone wants to they really want their voice to be heard, they really want to have a say. What do you think about that?
Like I said, it makes me very happy to see it happen, because it's more painful when you are among the few that is awake, because you see a lot of injustice go on, and it pains you to your heart, because you are just 5 or 6 of you, and the people that are even suffering the injustice, they are about 700, and they are not ready to be free. Like, it's painful. But now when everybody's awake, the youths are clamoring for change. It's a nice thing. It's very nice to me. Like, I'm happy. It gives me joy. I go to bed with joy these days, like with smile, because I feel like it's the first step to change. I feel like it's the first step to change for everybody, because if everybody comes together to ask for that change, like see this NSAS protest. Nobody saw it coming, but he came and he rattled and he shook a lot of people that they didn't expect it. Until now, they're still staggering to get their grounds. Only God knows what's coming, because I like to tell people talking now is as a result of massive frustration. Nobody went to anybody's house and say, see, we're going to create food, we're going to create funds, come out and protest. Nah, people got frustrated, and that was why they came out. And in the future, which I'm happy about now, I know it's still going to give me more joy in the future, because we just started waking up and see what we've been able to achieve. By the time we are fully awake in terms of our numbers, I feel like it's going to be a widespread of great change.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You make, dancehall music.
Yeah.
It's something that definitely has an audience here in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not as big as, should we say, the Afro pop, the Afro beats guys. Do you ever feel pressured to switch a bit? Do you ever feel that kind of pressure?
The last time I felt this kind of pressure, or that kind of pressure you're talking about, was I think that was like 4 or 5 years ago, when I was about to switch from becoming a rapper and doing this dancehall reggae. Because I felt like being a rapper.
Wait, you were rapping before?
Yes, I was rapping before. So I felt like being a rapper, it was going to be hard getting the audience I thought I would love to get. So I switched from being a rapper to doing dancehall reggae, which was close to hip hop a little. So recently, I don't get pressured at all. I'm very comfortable with what I'm doing. Very comfortable with what I'm doing. I guess a lot of people come to tell me, why are you making conscious songs? People don't dance to conscious songs in Nigeria. People don't really pay attention. Money is not there and everything. But I find that's where I find peace. Not like I do only conscious songs, but how will I put it now? Any song I'm doing at that moment, if it's sounding the way it's sounding, and I'm happy the way it is because I'm finding peace in it. That's it. So basically, I'm just chasing peace.
You were on a song on the SARS Academy project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's my team.
Global, yeah?
Yeah, Global.
Yeah, what's the story behind that?
Well, I was on. Somebody interviewed me yesterday and asked similar question, and my reply was, apart from recording that song, my team did the rest. God used them to do the rest, because I was just chilling and
the calls came.
Yeah, Ezekiel just called me and he was like, bro, he didn't even tell me initially. He just said there's an instrumental folder I would like you to work on, and he sent me 2 instrumentals. And that same day, I was at the studio to record it. I recorded the instrumental, but one thing, that Global song, my mind kept telling me, just tell the world how global you think you are. Like, it's not happening now. People are not seeing it now. Maybe it's just you and your team. You're just the people seeing it. But deep in me, I had this feeling to let the world know that I was global. And even if they were not seeing it now, I was seeing it. And that tempo-made beat was just the perfect beat to just pass the message. It was beautifully orchestrated to just pass my message. And Excel, come on, you tell the song is.
Okay.
Let's jar for
one last question. What has been the feedback since Compos Mentis dropped?
For Compos Mentis, I must say I'm very happy with the feedback, because one thing that happened with Compos Mentis was we already had plans rolling. We already had activities going on, and then the NSAS protest happened. And so that put a lot of plans on hold, and so it affected almost all the plans we had, and we had to put it on hold for like a week or 2. And it was just like 2 days before the release dates we had planned. We agreed to now drop it, and so we just dropped it like that. It might look like, to a lot of people outside, maybe it was like in an hurry, but what I'm happy about for Compos Mentis is that I've seen that people have been able to digest the message. The numbers are good, quite alright, but the message, like I've seen people coming to Twitter, I've seen people even going as far as putting my lyrics on their stories on WhatsApp. I feel like that's far. And I'm not even big yet. To me, I'm not that blown to be able to command that kind of, but people are going as far as, and it's a lot to me. It means a lot to me that people are taking their time to listen to these songs and get the message, because the songs are danceable. Trust me, if they come up in the club, you dance. But at the same time, people are taking their time to get the message, and that gives me a lot of joy. It makes me want to work more. So people go listen to the Compos Mentis EP. This EP I've been talking about since the beginning of our interview. It's a must listen. Excel, right?
It is a must listen. It's a
Yeah.
must listen. Thank you very much for coming through.